Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. There's a video going on that Sunnah is superior to Quran or Sunnah explains Quran. Now, when people usually say Sunnah, it means Hadith, and there is a notion out there which is unfortunately the most popular notion amongst the Ummah that Hadith explains the Quran, which is not at all true and which is not at all true even according to hadith and even according to the Quran. What is the purpose of Quran? If hadith explains everything, why do we need Quran at all? Quran is the book which is the decisive factor between truth and falsehood. It's not hadith. Hadith are khabre wahid. Hadith are solitary narration. Hadith requires its own explanation. Hadith is dependent upon the muhaddis. Hadith requires its own explanation. Whether the hadith is sahih or not, it is decided by someone else. Whether hadith has a context or not, it is decided by someone else. Unlike Quran, which is arranged by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is collected by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is arranged by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this notion that the hadith is superior to Quran or hadith explains Quran is, I feel, the biggest misguidance of the Ummah. And no wonder we can see uh, the condition of the Ummah, why the Ummah is so degraded, is so downgraded, is so degenerated. Because their focus is not on Quran, their focus is on hadith, and that's the reason they are divided into sects. And even if you read hadith, they say it's Quranism delusion. First of all, they coined this term Quranism. If you read hadith in Surah Ibn Majah, hadith number 250, and Prophet peace be upon him said that amongst the people in the world there is people of Allah. And who are the people of Allah? The Ahlul Quran and those who are close to it. So this word Ahle Quran has been used by none other than Prophet peace be upon him. Prophet peace be upon him did not use this word Ahle Sunnat. Prophet peace be upon him did not use this word Ahle Hadith. But Prophet peace be upon him used this term Ahle Quran. But the word Ahle Quran has become a curse in the Muslim society, in the Muslim Ummah. There are numerous hadiths which explains the importance of Quran. Even in the Khutbatul Wida, Prophet peace be upon him has supposed to say that he has left behind Quran. All the hadiths in Muwatta and Mustadrak and Hakim where the word Quran and Sunnah is present, they are not at all authentic in the first place. You can very much by hook or by crook proved its authenticity. Like in Mustadrak and Al-Hakim, you can say that it's an Hasan Sanad, but the Sahih Sanad does not contain the word Sunnah. I'm not against Sunnah. What I am showing that when you remove the Asal from Fara and you exchange the Asal from the Fara, this is what happens. And this is what has been predicted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said that my people has put the Quran behind their backs. And this is what we can see when we have people saying that hadith is superior or sunnah is superior to the Quran. By sunnah they mean hadith, by the way. By sunnah they do not mean amli tawatur. What I can say, the Quran and sunnah is an independent source of Islam like Quran, and both are transmitted by the ijma, the consensus and tawatur of the Muslims, the mass transmissions of the Muslim. This is how the Quran and Sunnah has been transmitted. Unlike Hadith, which is solitary transmitted, one is to one. And even Imam Hanifa and Imam Malik was more Quranic and less of hadith. That's the reason you will not find. That's the reason that Ahlul Hadith has never accepted Imam Abu Hanifa. And even Ahlul Hadith, by Ahlul Hadith I am saying that the Shafi and the Hanbali, they did not even include Muwatta Imam Malik amongst the six major books of Hadith. Although Muwatta Imam Malik was the first Hadith book which reached us, and its chain of narration is far more authentic than Bukhari and Muslim. But since they are more Quran, they even reject their own narration. Imam Malik even do not accept the narration from the Muwatta just because it contradicts the Amal of Ahlul Madinah. And even Ahlul Rai, they used to follow the continuous practice of the Muslims at that time. They preferred the continuous practice of the Muslims. They are not Hadith. They believe in Hadith, but they preferred the continuous practice of Muslims over the Hadith. And we can see that how, and just imagine, Quran is a muhaymin over Torah and Injil, and Torah and Injil are the books of Allah, in which the Quran have said that there are guidance and light in Torah and Injil, and Quran is a guardian upon Torah and Injil. And these people are saying, which includes the Hanbali ulama, that Hadith is superior to Quran. We have the example of an Ahlul Hadith scholars, Ghulam Mustafa Zahir, who says that even if I get 1,000 ayat from the Quran which is clear cut, which is bayyanat, and I see that my elders, my salaf has said something else, I would choose my elders. I would say that the Quran is right, but the interpretation of the Quran has done by our elders. So basically you are saying that you worship your elders. Basically you are saying that Allah does not know to express himself. That's what you are saying. You are downgrading the Quran just to prove the hadith, which can be very easily fabricated. Just you have to say, I've heard from so and so, from so and so, and from so and so. How can you 100% verify a hadith? Have you met all the narrators? Even the Imam Bukhari or even the Muhaddis has not met all the narrators. He has relied upon the one whom with his met, the first one. And he has said that he has heard from second, from first, and from third. This is how it goes. This is the most difficult task to perform, and there are a huge scope of error. And there are many hadiths where even the Sahaba anhu made mistakes. Yet you say that the hadith or the sunnah is superior to the Quran. Hadith explains the Quran. If hadith explains the Quran, then what is the purpose of Quran? Why only? Don't follow the Quran, just follow the hadith. You are basically saying that you don't need Quran, because if hadith explains the Quran, then why do you need the Quran? Fine. Ultimately, you have to follow the explanation. So there is no point of Quran, and that's what has happened. That's what has then happened with everyone else. That has happened with the Christians. They have left Torah and Injil, and they follow their own scholars and own books of history. That's what has happened with the Hindus. Although the Vedas teach monotheism, but they have become polytheists because their ulama has created books which say that we have to interpret these verses, the monotheistic verses, as polytheistic verses, and that what the same has been done by the Muslims. They are not taking Quran seriously. They are taking the other things seriously. They are so much adamant. They are doing hook and crook to prove the superiority of hadith over the Quran. Just imagine why you are working so hard if it is so clear. May Allah guide this ummah. I have no words to express my anger over it.